and welcome back. This is V here.
And I'm Pam.
And we're not in the kitchen today either.
No.
But we have something to say to you guys.
And I think it's important.
Yeah.
We try to be always honest and open with our struggles because it helps other people in their struggles as well.
I think the more you relate to us, the more you can see that it's been working for us, so it can work for you.
And now I have been very busy with a campaign this last year and a half.
Yeah.
And last year my weight did go up. It went up by about 10 pounds.
Mine
I noticed.
did too. Yeah, mine did too.
And it's just that unpredictability. And this last few months I've done better.
Yeah.
My weight has not continued to go up, but I've been struggling to lose.
And a lot of things played into that. It wasn't that we weren't eating whole food, plant-based and 50-50. It was more that some days we would get so busy that we would order takeout, which again, when you're ordering takeout, you don't know the amount of salt, sugar, and fat that they're adding. And the other thing was the sleepless nights. I don't know how many days we went without sleeping. That puts a pretty big impact on your weight loss, because when you're sleeping, your body performs several things that aligns you for the next day. And I think I've talked about this before, that I have noticed that when I don't sleep, my body does see the impact. It really does. And
Absolutely.
it goes for anybody. If you don't sleep, and there were times when we weren't sleeping for days, because I remember us texting back and forth throughout the night, like, we need
at 2 a.m. or something.
Yeah, like, okay, we really need to get at least a few hours of sleep in. But it comes to a point. We studied this while we were doing all this, going through all these courses to help you guys, that when you don't sleep, it affects your frontal lobe, and the frontal lobe is where all your decision making comes in, right? And a lot of times you'll notice that when you don't sleep properly, when you wake up the next day, with what little sleep you get, you will be craving things like French fries or fatty foods, or things like that. You'll notice that, and it's just because, first of all, you're also trying to find comfort in something, but the eating isn't going to provide you the comfort. So it's
not going to help you refresh or feel rested.
Yeah.
You think that you're going to eat these things and it's going to just give you a lot of energy, but it's not.
It makes you crash even harder. So it's better to just when that's a video for another day, which we can get through. But
what I wanted to talk about mostly was the process. Now, it was a few weeks ago. I went to V and I was like, I can't seem to lose this weight.
Yeah.
So we did what we tell everybody else to do. We went back to basics and we started looking at what we're eating, when we're eating, and how we're eating.
Yeah.
And this is what I've noticed. In the last few months, I've been skipping meals, skipping my breakfast, because I've been so busy. It's like, let me grab my stuff, let me get out the door, I'll figure it out later. And I would have my lunch, I would have my dinner and everything, but I was skipping that. And then what I also noticed is that I was skipping, or not skipping, but I was lacking in the non-starchy vegetables. So my plate was not exactly 50-50. I wasn't getting that added cucumber in there because cucumbers have not been as flavorful lately.
God, they've been a struggle.
So I have not had exactly the 50-50.
And, yeah, and with me, what I was seeing is that there were so many times that getting back into a schedule with the kids and everything, I didn't realize, the gaps between my meals, or when I'd get hungry and I would reach out. I always have a snack for the kids in the car, so I'd reach for their bars and stuff when I'd get hungry. And really, their bars are tiny, so one doesn't fill me up. And I try to stick with one, and I'll have some water with it. But again, me staying hungry doesn't work well. It triggers my migraine and all that. So I try to find something to eat, but then again, these things are not exactly on plan.
They're still vegan.
They're vegan and everything, but a lot of bars and stuff do have added oils, added fat to them, which for my kids is, I don't mind them eating it because they're really active, and I would prefer them to have something than to not have something. So they always have bars and stuff in their car. I try to go for the best kind I could find, but they all, I haven't found a bar that doesn't have oil in it. And, you know, some bars have nut butters and stuff in it.
Yeah.
So, you know, I try to find something that I think is okay for my kids to eat. And, you know, that way, if I do have to go into their snack thing, I can have something healthy along the lines of healthy or whole food plant-based. But it's not, you know, it's even if I eat one bar a day, at the end of the week, that's probably an entire box. So that's added calories, or we don't count calories, but that's something
It's not on plan.
Yeah, that is not on plan. And I could have gone another route. Like, I could have grabbed an apple.
And you used to do that. You used to bring your fruit and stuff.
I used to. And my kids kind of, you know, they're on and off about these things. They have their snacks, and I have my banana and apple, so I can snack on it. But then they're like, well, can we have your banana? Can we have your apple? And it's like, sometimes you have bananas and apple in the car for them, and they don't eat it. So I'm like, you guys need to figure out what you want. But it's not something that I did intentionally, but now when I look back at it, it was more like becoming a habit. And, you know, so that's the one thing I've stopped.
And that's what we tell everybody to do, is that if you're struggling, you got to go back and look at what you're eating.
Yeah.
Make sure you're eating what is on plan.
Exactly.
You know, and so I have been doing that. You know, this last week is trying to make sure I'm getting enough non-starchy vegetables on my plate.
Yeah.
You know,
and I have for the past 2-3 weeks, I have stayed on track, and my weight has gone down 2 pounds. So, you know, we're just here to show you that what we're doing works. And honestly, the other thing that eating off plan is the craving triggers that come with it. You know, like you want cake, you want this, you want that. My son's birthday came in between, and it was a delicious cake, and I wanted to try it. Like, you know, I had planned that I was gonna try it. I didn't want a whole lot, but I took a small piece, and I knew what I was gonna eat. Like, I knew how much I was gonna eat, and I ate that much, and I was good. You know, I'm good that way. If I say this is what I'm gonna have, I'm gonna have that, and I'm gonna stop. So that's what I did. I did have the small piece that I said I was gonna have. It was really delicious, not gonna lie.
Did you have cravings the next day?
I did not. I did not. I went home and I ate dinner, and I ate more non-starchy veg than the carb that I had.
So you balanced it out.
I did. And that day was crazy as well, as running all day, so it was a little hectic. But that's what I did when I went home. I started to get hungry, so the first thing I did was I just stopped everything. I was like, let me sit down, let me eat, and then I'll figure the rest out. So I sat down and I ate. I made sure that my salad was double the size of the carb I had, just because how the day had been, and I had the slice of cake. So that's what I did. And when I woke up the next morning, I didn't have cravings or anything.
That's good. Now that we're talking about cravings, I do have a story. I went into a small county here in North Carolina, into a coffee shop, just to talk to some of the people that were in there as part of a campaign. And you cannot go into a place without ordering something. You know, it can't be like, I'm just here to talk to you.
Yeah.
You know. So I usually have a chai or something. Well, this coffee shop, I guess you can call it a coffee shop if all they serve is coffee. All they had was a pot of coffee. You can get a cup of coffee. Not even a latte or anything. Not that I drink coffee, but chai was not even anywhere on the menu. And other than that, they had soft drinks. So I got a caffeine-free diet soft drink is what I got. And I'll tell you, I have not had a soda in years. It's been years. It's not for me. The carbonation or something just doesn't do well in my stomach. I don't know. So I had that. I sipped on that while I was talking to people and stuff. And as soon as I was done, within 5 minutes, the cravings hit hard.
I remember you texting me.
I mean, I was sitting, after that I went to a library to do some work, local library, and it was like I was reaching for a soda, and I was like, there's no soda here. And I had my water bottle, so I was just continuously drinking water. But man, some of the people, I don't know how y'all do it, that drink diet sodas, or because the cravings are real. And I know the physiology behind it, you know, is that you drink the diet soda, your body tastes sweet, and so it produces the insulin to try to bring that glucose into the cells and stuff. But if there's nothing there, it's like there's you've got this insulin floating
Yeah.
around, and so it's triggering you to eat more. Like, we need more calories,
Yeah.
you know. And I know the physiology behind it, but wow, the effect
Yeah.
it has on your brain, and that
Yeah.
those cravings are so strong.
Yeah.
It was amazing. But I drank a lot of water that day, and then I, had my meals, and so I did not have any more
Yeah.
soda, and that was fine.
And the thing about when you're triggered like that or a craving hits you, I've found that it's hard to stop it just on like, no, I'm gonna hold myself back. Go grab a salad to eat. Go grab some carrot sticks or some cucumbers, or grab some hummus with it or whatever.
Yeah.
Just eat something, and most of the time it kind of recenters your focus, because other than that, if you keep in that cycle, it's all about like, I just need something sweet. I just need something sweet. But if you come out of that circle and you actually eat something, like eat a cucumber or something,
And get right back on track. Get right back
it does
onto
help
plan.
getting,
It
because
helps.
because then your body is getting something, coming back to the physiology, like your
Yeah.
body is getting something to get its calories off, to fuel itself. Your triggers will die down, but it's all about controlling everything, trying to get everything back on track.
But those cravings
Yeah.
I've never had cravings like that before. And I've had cravings before, but that soda was,
I haven't had soda in years either, so.
that was a huge trigger.
But now I do see it with my kids, like for his birthday party, we bought some soda, and my whole thought process was, we're not going to buy the big bottles, because they're kids, they want their carbonation, and if you open it, it's like within hours it's flat. So I was like, let's just get the cans. And now that the cans are sitting at home, I see my kids, God, they're like, and I'm not, I don't keep soda at the house or anything, but my kids keep reaching for it, and I'm like, I gotta hide those, because it's not good.
Take them to the I don't know, the homeless shelter or somewhere,
Okay.
or something like that.
Okay.
Somewhere where they will use them.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to do that, because they don't need
They don't
need that either.
But yeah, I see it, that when they have one, then they're like, can we have one tomorrow again? And I'm like, no, we're not going in that cycle. You have one per week and it's good. So I can see it with my kids, and obviously you went through
Oh
it.
yeah. So I feel for you. If you drink soda
Yeah.
and you have those cravings, I really feel for you. But you
Yeah.
can get out of that cycle.
Yeah, you can. And like we were saying in this video, that weight loss is a journey, and we are on this journey. So if you are someone who relates to this story, if you're someone who needs help in that field, we can help you.
Yep. Reach out.
Yeah.
Email us at kindredvegans@gmail.com, or we're on Facebook. We have a Kindred Vegans Facebook page. You can DM us through there.
Yeah.
So-
and we can help you on this journey, and I feel like we are, we don't count calories. We tell you how to eat. Yes, we are going to guide you on how to eat, what to eat, but we don't count calories. We do say that eat when you're hungry. We're not about macros and micros. We're not about
Points.
points.
We're not about
and
about
what
powder
is it?
shakes.
Yeah,
or-
and what's the latest thing is, a lot of what I see from coaches and stuff is eat in deficit. So if you're not burning that much calories, don't eat that much calories, which comes down to really how can you exactly add all the calories you're eating, because even if you have a smartwatch or everything on, even if you count the calories, they're still not accurate. So
and it's harder when you make your own food.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a prepared meal that has a calorie count on the box.
Yeah.
So,
and
that's a whole mindset issue too, which
Yeah.
could be a whole other video.
Yes.
But it
So-
leaves you in that mindset of deficit of
deprivation, that you're deprived of
right.
something.
As opposed to being in the mindset of abundance.
Yeah.
The abundance of fruits and vegetables that are out there is amazing.
Yeah. So if you are someone who relates to this, we can help you. We really can. So shoot us a message or email us, and I'll put all the details down in the description box below. But don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we will see you back next week.
Bye for now.